Hello and welcome to That Movie Show. My name is Jason.
And I'm Kelly.
And this is That Movie Show where you, the viewer, get to write in and tell us what to review.
Yes, that's correct. Sounds like a bad idea to me, but more about that later in the show.
Does sound like a bad idea, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. What's on the lineup for today, Jason?
Well, today we are reviewing Trainspotting 2, Mr. Roosevelt, Life, and the fourth film we're reviewing is Viewer's Choice, but we'll be revealing that later in the show.
The one that I said was a bad idea?
That's right, the one you said was a bad idea.
Let's get started.
All right, let's take it away. The first clip we're going to see is Mr. Roosevelt. Take it away, guys.
So we put him on fluids and he perked up quite a bit. Then he took a turn for the worst. Worst. Which is it? Turn for the worst? I never know.
Emily Martin? Shut up! You're like famous.
Emily's got over 20 million views on YouTube.
Oh my god. Honestly, it's too stupid to talk about.
You have really low self-esteem.
I moved from Austin about 2 years ago.
This is my ex. I'm sorry. Is everything okay? Oh, no.
Feature film debut, Mr. Roosevelt. Wells portrays Emily, a talented but hard to classify comedic performer who left behind her home and boyfriend to pursue a career in LA. When a loved one falls ill, Emily rushes back to Austin, Texas, where she's forced to stay with her ex-boyfriend, played by Nick Thune, and his new and improved girlfriend, played by Britt Lower. How awkward. It seems everything has changed in her hometown but herself. Emily begins questioning the values of those around her and is forced to confront a brutal realization. Is she following her dreams, or is she just a self-absorbed loser? Mr. Roosevelt, starring Noel Wells, Daniela Pineda, Nick Thune, and Britt Lower. Kelly, what do you think?
Look, I adored this film, Jason. I think Noel is incredibly She's smart, she's funny, she's given us something that's raw. It's sometimes really awkward to watch. But all in all, I loved it, and you know, I love that she's touching on the mental health issues as well.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you this time, Kelly, believe it or not. I actually really enjoyed this film. I thought the fact that Noel Wells was the director, the writer, and she starred in it, I think that's a testament to her comedic and creative genius, and I think she deserves full kudos for that.
Yeah.
And just like you said, I like the fact that she touched on mental health issues and the whole self-medicating. A lot of people with mental health self-medicate, and she showed this in quite a raw, real, down-to-earth way. Yeah. And I think that just speaks volumes of her as an actress, as well as a comedian. But I think she just has a lot of life skills that she draws on, and I think she portrayed that quite well in this film of hers. Yeah.
No, I definitely agree. What would you rate it?
Oh, I'll definitely give Mr. Roosevelt 4 stars out of 5.
I agree. I give it 4 out of 5 stars too.
Excellent. Okay. Well, moving on to the next clip, we have
Trainspotting 2.
Thank you. Trainspotting 2. Take it away, guys.
Missed you, man.
I missed you too, Spud.
Choose your future.
Directed by Danny Boyle and written by John Hodge, Trainspotting 2 takes place 20 years after the original Trainspotting film, when Mark Renton, played by Ewan McGregor, ripped off his mates and fled his hometown with a large amount of cash. Now he's back in Trainspotting 2. Much has changed, but just as much has stayed the same. And Mark's old mates are waiting for him. Sick Boy, Spud, and Begbie. They're all lined up, ready to welcome him with closed fists. Starring Ewan McGregor, Ewan Bremer, Johnny Lee Miller, and Robert Carlyle. So, Kelly, what do you think?
Well, you know, I love the first one.
Yes, I do indeed.
Yeah, so I think this was a really good attempt at a second. I think, you know, the story continued, they had the same cast, you know, it echoed the first film. I think it also forces us to be a bit self-reflective and say, what have I done in the last 20 years that like the boys are doing through this journey.
That's right, and they look back on their lives and maybe they regret some of the things they've done, you know, maybe not. But yeah, I probably didn't enjoy it as much as you. Like, I did enjoy the original. I thought the second one was just trying to rehash too much of the original. Listen, as a nostalgic trip, yeah, you know, I enjoyed it too because it played homage to the original, which is what you want when you watch a sequel, of course. I just felt that it was a bit predictable in the storytelling, in that I just felt I was waiting this whole time for his mates to get their one-uppance on Mark's character, and I thought the whole film was just this slow building up to this point when you're just waiting for these guys to get back at him for ripping them off. But other than that, it still had a lot of great pace. The cinematography was great. It was still really edgy and raw, just like the original.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm only going to give it 2.5 stars.
Well, I disagree. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars.
Well, there you go, folks. Well, we're going to pop to a quick break, but we'll be back in just a moment. Hello, and welcome back to That Movie Show, where you, the viewer, have the opportunity to tell us what to review. My name's Jason.
And I'm still Kelly.
Of course you are. Okay, so we're halfway through our show at the moment, and coming up soon, we'll be revealing our reviewer of the day and the film that goes with it. But in the meantime, we'll be reviewing Life. Take it away, please, guys.
Hey guys, it's a girl.
Congratulations. Do you have any idea who the father is?
Shut up.
For story time.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. This is Dr. David Jordan. Our mission is to intercept a research pod from Mars.
16 steps to fix a shower. I'm an astronaut, not a gym teacher.
Directed by Daniel Espinosa and written by Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, Life tells the story of a 6-member crew aboard the International Space Station that is on the cusp of one of the most important discoveries in human history. The first evidence of extraterrestrial life on Mars. Ooh! However, as the crew begin to conduct research, their methods end up having unintended consequences, and the life form proves far more intelligent than anyone ever anticipated. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, Rebecca Ferguson, and Hiroyuki Sanada. Kelly, what are your thoughts?
Well, you're the sci-fi fan, Jason, not me. I just think this is another example of when people don't follow procedures and things go awry. I mean, I was waiting for something big and nasty to happen, and it just, for me, it just disappointed. Yeah, your thoughts?
Well, I'm a bit of a sci-fi buff and a bit of a nerd, I would say. I love the concept. I think it had a great cast. I think the cinematography was awesome. It sort of reminded me a little bit about, it's like if you, you know, smooshed the two movies, Gravity and Alien, sort of together, sort of, in a way. That sort of, you know, yeah.
They became a dirty hybrid. Yeah.
That's right. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. But you know, I thought there were a few elements in there a bit far-fetched, but I don't really want to give anything away. But you know, I still enjoyed it. It got me thinking. You know, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars out of 5.
Well, I'm giving it 1.5 out of 5.
Oh, that's so brutal.
It's brutal, but it's what I have to stand by, unfortunately.
Oh wow. Well, I'm really sad to hear about that. But hey, right now it's time to reveal the viewer's choice of today's show. Kelly, would you like to do the honours?
Thank you very much. I'm a bit excited about today's viewer's choice because I do love horror and it is a horror film. Beth from Footscray has kindly asked us to review Annabelle Creation. So let's take it away, guys. Roll film.
This is our new orphanage. It's as big as a castle.
Feel free to use the house as you see fit. Mrs. Mullins and I stay down here. Your rooms are upstairs. Locked, and it stays that way.
Hello? You're the Mullins daughter, aren't you?
Can you help me?
What do you need?
Janice says she's seen your daughter.
My daughter has been dead for a very long time.
She was taken from us.
Directed by David F. Sandberg and written by Gary Doberman, Annabelle Creations centres around a former doll maker, Sam Mullins, and his wife Esther, who 12 years earlier lost their 7-year-old daughter Annabelle in a tragic car accident. They both happily welcome a nun and 6 orphan girls into their Californian farmhouse. Terror soon strikes and one of the children sneaks into a forbidden room and finds a seemingly innocent doll that appears to have a life of its own. Starring Stephanie Sigmund, Anthony LaPaglia and Miranda Otto. Kelly, what do you think?
I thought it was a great cast. You can't expect too much from this genre, so I don't expect too much from it. I thought it was amazing. I thought, dare I say, it was even better than the first one.
Well,
that's
a pretty big thing to say there, Kelly.
I know, but I'm standing by that comment. What did you think of it?
Well, listen, I'm a little bit over the whole possessed doll, goes out of control, starts killing everyone type of thing. Listen, it was directed by David F. Sandberg, who was the director of Lights Out, which we both loved.
Yeah.
And he did a great job of building up that suspense and making us freak out at the shadow in the dark in the room, or that hand that's going towards the doorknob,
I jumped
yes.
many times in this.
Exactly, and he's a master at doing that. So yes, I enjoyed the thrills and spills that he gave to it, but to be honest, I found it a little bit repetitive. Didn't float my boat personally.
Not your genre.
Not my genre. Listen, The Bride of Chucky, we've been there and done that. We've been there and done this 1,000 times.
It's way better than The Bride of Chucky.
Okay, yes it is. But my point is, it's the possessed doll thing again, and we've seen a few of these.
More eloquently done.
Okay, okay, yes it is. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's eloquently done. But I didn't walk away from that thinking, wow, this was such an amazing film, and I could possibly see it again. I didn't walk away with that feeling this time with Annabelle Creations. However, I did love, I think, the first one.
Yep.
Maybe the first 2. However, in Annabelle Creations, I think they did try and bring the story back full circle, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, so they tried to close off the loop, the mythical loop, the legend of Annabelle. So that was actually quite good. But you know what? Listen, I won't be too much of a stickler. I'm going to give it 3 stars.
Oh, that's more than I thought you would. I'm going to give it 4 stars.
Well, folks, that comes time to end another show on That Movie Show. We'd like to thank you so much for joining us here again. And
come see us again next week.
Don't forget, next week we'll be here. And also, don't forget to tweet what movie you would like us to review. You can hashtag That Movie Show and just send us the name of a movie, and hopefully we'll be reviewing that next week. Awesome.
Right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you then. Bye.